Good morning, beautiful people. Taking a quick trip to feed the goats before I head to work. So I wanted to go ahead and show you guys what we're feeding our goats. Now, we hadn't talked about this before. Talk about some of the reasons why we're feeding them that specific product. Let's go ahead and get started. Most of you already know that we're constantly growing here around at least 5 months out of the year. So our goats get tons of garden food, fresh vegetables, fruit. We want to show you some of the stuff that we do feed them on a daily basis all through the summer and winter, along with some of the stuff out of the garden to help keep them nice and healthy and a good, clean, vibrant coat. So let's go ahead and get started and show you guys some of the stuff that we're feeding them. So the first thing I'm going to start out with is hay. We don't really feed our goats hay, we just use it for bedding. When we can't get our hands on any hemp or cannabis pellets, we like to use hay. They will snack on it while they sleep on it, but it's nothing that we feed them specifically to get them to eat it, but they do, and it is part of their diet. So this is fescue hay, not alfalfa. This is just good quality horse fescue hay. And next up is our country feeds. Now this is a 17% textured. You'll see a lot of channels that like to use this stuff, and to be honest, this is some of the best stuff that I've seen as far as like feed for animals. This is some really high quality stuff. It feels great. The 17% texture is great for the goat's palate, and this stuff is coated in molasses. It gives it a really sweet flavor. Even your picky goats will tear down on this stuff. Really good stuff. Also has minerals in it for those picky goats that don't really want to eat minerals, but I do recommend using minerals anyway. So this stuff right here is really awesome. We love it. Now this stuff here is somewhere around at least half of their diet, because we'll use around 3 scoops of this, and then we'll go over here to this stuff. Now this is goat size alfalfa, and there's a difference, and I'm gonna tell you why. Regardless of meat goats or dairy goats, horse alfalfa is much bigger and harder for them to chew. It will start to file or grind their teeth down if you keep feeding them the really big, hard horse alfalfa. So my recommendation is just my recommendation. It's best to go ahead and get them something that's for goats, sheep, smaller animals. It's different. It's a whole different texture. Still alfalfa, but it's just a lot easier. It crumbles up easier. It's not hard on their teeth, and it's just the same stuff, but smaller. So I do recommend goat alfalfa. You can tell where we got this from. So we'll do about 2.5 scoops of that to 1 big scoop of this. And next up is our black oil sunflower seed. Now there are a lot of reasons why people add black sunflower seeds to their goat's diet. These little guys have a lot of extra vitamins, fiber, and protein packed in them. It also helps with milk production and increased butter fat later on when your doe's lactating after kidding. However, for us, the only reason why we're using it right now is because we do see a major difference in our goats' coats as far as their fur goes. The sheen or the shine, how healthy it looks, and the colors seem to be a lot deeper and vibrant. So that's some of the reasons why we add them in there. You can look them up yourself and see they have a lot more benefits, and you may want to add them to your goat's diet as well. And then next up, obviously, is goat mineral. Now we usually get the smaller bag, but do more. This stuff smells almost the same, but it's a little different texture. We have to trick our goats into eating this. We got this because it was a much bigger bag, a little bit cheaper, and we have to kind of slide it in their food to get them to eat it. However, they will eat the other more gray, whitish, powdery stuff. We're going to finish out this bag and probably switch back. We do use minerals. However, there is no baking soda here in our lineup. Now the reason why we was able to taper off on our baking soda is because of the CD&T vaccination. Also has the technicide in there with it. And you can give it to your pregnant goats, and they'll pass that down through the colostrum to the babies, and they'll be vaccinated until, you know, they're a few weeks old, and then you can do it again yourself. I think here what we're doing for our goats, they're perfectly healthy, they're happy. This is the food, this is what we feed them on a daily basis other than garden food. So thank you guys for watching, and for those of you who ask, here is the video. We appreciate you asking. It gave me a reason to make some content. As always, y'all keep on keeping on. We'll see you on the next one.